Hi, are you an educator? Maybe you are a teacher or a course creator, or maybe you even are a parent that do homeschooling. Today, I will show you how you can make a simple quiz using Google Forms and collect all the data. We are going to use the simple poll we did last week as the ground for this. And at the end of this video, I will also show you how you can share your polls or your quizzes. So let's move over to my computer. Let's say that I have created a poll that I have used, and then a year later I want to reuse it, for example, as a quiz. What I like to do if that happens is I go in here to my test poll that I just created, right click on the poll and say make a copy. And here we have it, copy of test poll. Now I open this one. I will change the name and I will change the name up here to test quiz as well. Since I opened this from my folder forms, it's already in there, so I don't need to change that. If I want to change the layout to make it a little bit more visible, easy for me to see the difference between them, I can go in and change my header image, and all the colors got changed at the same time. So now I have prepared this poll to be a quiz. Next thing, we go to settings and click make this a quiz. Now you see we got more options here. Release grades either immediately after each submission, which we can do in this case because we had a short answer and a multiple choice. If you have longer answer questions, you might want to choose later after manual review. If you choose that, you need to collect email addresses. So people need to log in to their Google account, take the quiz, and then submit it, and you collect their email addresses for when you have manually reviewed their quiz and set their points. Then respondent settings. This what will happen when they get the results. The respondent can see which questions were answered incorrectly, yes or no. Respondent can see the correct answer after grades are released. And respondent can see total points and points received for each question. Then you set a default quiz point. I have it set to 1 point per question. Under responses, you manage how responses are collected and protected. Collect email addresses. If you have it set to manually, this will be changed automatically. Send responder a copy of the responses, on or off. Allow response editing. That is, if you want allow your quiz taker to go in and change the response after they have submitted. And this is limit to one response. They can take this quiz one time. And the third part is how is this gonna be presented. So let's go in and see. Now it is set up as a quiz. We have to do a couple of changes. This time I need their name. Now we get into the question themselves. This can still be a multiple choice question, but I have to add an answer key. I click that and I mark the correct answer and hit done. Now we go to the short answer question. In this case, there can be several answers that are correct. Let me show you. Answer key. What colors do you mix to get purple? Blue and red, red and blue. And I click the enter after each answer. Red, blue, blue, red, red/blue, blue/red. Mark all other answers as incorrect. And done. And for the last one, the extra question that's not part of the quiz itself, I'm gonna set the points to 0. I should have changed the points here to 2 points instead of 1. And done. And in this case, I set the points to 0. Done. So now let's take a look at how this looks for the quiz taker and just answer it so I can show you how this works. Submit. Since I didn't set this as manually, they can view their score right away. Now if we look here at responses, I have 2 responses to this quiz. Let's go in and look. I can look at a summary of all responses. I can look at them question by question, or I can look at them for individuals. I can also export this as a test quiz responses in a new spreadsheet. So here we are. Finally in Google Drive in the folder forms where I save all my forms. And here we have the quiz we just created. If I right click on that quiz, you see in the pop-up menu here, share. You click that and you can either give access to people that you have in your contacts, or if you have arranged groups, or you can choose anyone with the link. And this creates a link that you can copy down here. It says copy responder link. And that link you can either put on a website or in an online document of some kind, or email to people. And they can use that link to take the quiz. And let's copy that link and paste it in here. And this is how it looks when we come to the quiz itself. I hope this will help you create your future quizzes using Google Forms. In my next tutorial, we will continue work in Google Forms, but this time I will set up a form for collecting email addresses that we then will set up a mailing list with. Hope to see you here next week. Hej då!